Hello everyone, my name's Andy and welcome back to another crypto vlog. Have you ever wondered where do transaction fees go? Supposedly one of the Bitcoin advantages is that you can send money to another person without any intermediaries or fees anywhere in the world. But as of today, there seems to be a lot of transaction fees and sometimes they rise beyond unexpected levels. So let's say this is you and you want to send a 1 Bitcoin to a friend of yours right here. There's 1 Bitcoin. So in order for this transaction to happen, what needs to happen first is that this block here has to be confirmed by a miner. So what miners do basically is that they confirm transactions in the blockchain, and once the block is complete, is full, then they put it on the blockchain. And there's two ways miners get paid. The first way is they get a reward every time they confirm a block, and that reward is paid in Bitcoin. And the other way they get paid is with the transaction fees that every block contains. And these transaction fees are the ones that you and I pay on every transaction that we make. But isn't it supposed to be free? Well, yes, and we also have the choice not to pay. But the miner has also a choice of whether to accept or not a transaction. And it's more likely that he's going to accept it, of course, if there's a fee included, because he's going to make more money. But this, of course, is also affected by other factors as well. And one of the factors is demand. So demand is one of the factors that affects transaction fees, because the more transaction fees there are in a system, the more need there is for priority. Because if there's 1 million people and the blockchain or the block of the Bitcoin block can only take a certain amount of transactions, then I have to wait for the next block. And of course, if I wanna take the first block, I can pay more transaction fees for the miner to accept my transaction first than somebody else's. And of course, that creates higher demand and higher prices. The second one is difficulty. The more transaction fees and transactions per second that we have, the more difficulty we have to mine Bitcoin to confirm these blocks. Therefore, the price increases as well. And the third is resources. The resources is the equipment and the electricity that the miner uses in order to confirm each block. So you have the three factors. But as you can see here, these sometimes are not the only transaction fees that we pay. What if instead of this being a person, it's an exchange? Let's say it's Coinbase. What happens in this case? If it's Coinbase and the Coinbase sends you 1 Bitcoin, what happens then? Well, in order for Coinbase to be able to provide services and Bitcoin to the people, they need to run servers. So servers is one of the costs that Coinbase has to include in the fees in order to make some money. They also have services. This is like customer service, troubleshooting, all that stuff. And they also have to make profit as well. So making profit, of course, is one of their priorities as well. Now, when we see transaction fees increase, that means it's an accumulation of these things, especially if we're buying on Coinbase. Of course, there's a way to avoid fees on Coinbase, but this we can save for another video. So to recap everything, When Coinbase, we see high Coinbase fees, it means they have to run services and have to make profit on top of what they give us, which takes the transaction fees up. And this is on top of this one. So this is first and this is on top. This happens first, demand, difficulty, and resources, and on top of these we have services, and profit. They all drive transaction fees high. The transaction fees, they go to miners and therefore to exchanges in order for us to be provided with Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. This has been it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to have $10 of free Bitcoin on Coinbase on your first $100 purchase, you can click my link in the description. If this video was any help to you, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.